Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this video, I'm going to show a really instructive endgame puzzle where you have to find the right sequence of moves to win with the white pieces. You're down a couple of pawns here and the king is really advanced. Remember, the pawns are going down the board, by the way. And you want to see if you can find the right sequence for white. So if you'd like to, feel free to pause the video and try to figure it out. And while you're here, please subscribe as well. Okay, I'm going to start showing the solution. So the first move might seem kind of obvious. You need to get this queen into the action, and there's only one move. Well, there are two. There's one move that checks this way, but that's not a good move. There's only one sensible check, which is queen e7. And from here, if you didn't get that first move, I really want you to pause the video here and see how deeply you can calculate. The goal of these puzzles is not just to find cool patterns, it's to really strengthen your ability to see in the future these moves. Try to calculate, try to project. So if it's black to move here, which it is, there are two legal moves. There's pawn g5 and there's queen g5. You have to block this check somehow because this king can't move. Okay, one of those two moves is a terrible move. g5 loses pretty much immediately. After queen e1, check. The only way you can block is with the queen, and you check me, but that's okay. And I just capture, and that's mate, supported by the king. Okay, so g5 does not work. What about queen g5? Cool, let's try it. Well, in this position, you have a couple of checks. You have a check on b4, you have a check on e4, and you have a check on e1. Okay, are they all the same? Take a second to think about that. So it turns out they're not the same. It turns out actually one of these checks is a draw and the other two are a win. Well, that might be a hint because these two seem to serve similar purposes. They're both on this fourth rank. And that's actually the case. These two, b4, e4, those are wins where e1 is actually a draw. So why? Well, if I go to e1, I'm actually letting the king out. And I can try to check, I can try to check and do stuff like this, but I can't check here or else this will happen. And this will be a loss for white. So pretty much I have to just check, and no matter what I do, the king just runs away. And this is going to be a win for black. So e1 is actually not winning if you're the white pieces because you're allowing them access to g4. Okay, so they're these two. And again, they're roughly similar. One is, I think, mate in 12, and the other one's mate in like 14 or something. This is the more direct. Let's just see this move. Well, you have two legal moves in this position. That's why I like these positions. You can calculate concrete lines. The two legal moves, well, you can throw your queen in front and have it get taken with mate. I don't think you'd want to do that voluntarily. Or you can do the more sensible block. And right here is the reason I made this video. In this position, there is an amazing move that I found so appealing, and I just kind of want to share it. And if you see it, let me know in the comments. The move here is queen to e3. Look at this quiet move. What am I doing here? I'm blocking off this e3 to h6 diagonal, the third rank, and I'm just suffocating the black pieces. Okay. What's the threat here? Well, the black queen can't go too far. If the black queen tries to move away, maybe something like here, trying to trade, that's mate. Can't do that. If the black queen tries to, I don't know, go nowhere, maybe try to give me a check. How do they give me a check? Here, I just take it, right? Here, I just take it. What do? How about this? If they move, here's a nice little sequence, just like before. Remember that earlier sequence with g5? Check, and then they lose. But look at this position after queen e3. What do you do? What do? You have nothing you can do. If you want to move out of the way, maybe here, you give up this square. That's mate. Right? Look at how crazy this is. So, after this queen e3, let me just Yeah, those are the two ways you can give up your queen. After queen e3, they are completely in zugzwang and they cannot move. So, the best move in the position, this is how you know you're playing against the computer. The best move in the position is queen g2 check, which of course is just an engine line, forcing the king to take. And importantly, this is not stalemate. They have two moves, king g4 and g5. And if they go g5, that's fine with me. Either of these two will do. I'll drop the queen right in the middle, and it'll grab g3. That's going to be mate. And if the king moves, again, there's nothing wrong with this. You can just win this however you want. It's mate in 8, it says, as the fastest mate, but that doesn't matter at all. In practice, you just check, and I bring my king in, and I don't stalemate the opponent. That's enough to win. But yeah, that is it for this video right now. It's an interesting sequence. Let me go all the way back and just show that initial position. Being able to recognize the sequence with check, and after the block, check, and then the quiet move, queen e3, cutting off all the defenses and totally just suffocating black's forces. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe. Half of the income that I earn goes directly to charity, so a free subscription helps out so much. Thanks so much. Bye.